Peace, love, and life, family. Welcome back to Moments with Milah. Y'all know what time it is. We're on segment 3 of the October Glutes and Core on the floor. Let's jump right into it with crunches. The number is 25 for each exercise with exception to glute bridges. We're doing 30. Let me backtrack and say thank you so much for taking this moment to spend with me, but most importantly, thank you for dedicating these next few moments to your overall health and wellness. Now don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Instead of just doing 25 spinal flexes, I decided to mix it up with a few sit-ups and arm raises. Listen, I was feeling it in my spirit. Still pretty much the same motion, with exception that I'm actually working on triceps and biceps when I'm doing those arm raises. But I'm still engaging my core and my spine. So I'm only going to do a few of these because this here is actually my second set that I'm recording. I'm feeling the burn. And I did do my cardio warm-up. I actually did about 15 minutes on the cardio warm-up, which was just treadmill. All right. Yep, that burned. So we're going to go into the spinal flexes. I know you love them so much. Listen, remember, as I said, place your feet against the wall if you need that extra support. And as you come up from that full range of motion with your arms, hands behind your head, tap the wall. Just to make sure you're really giving yourself that full motion to truly engage your complete core and spine. Hold your abs in, but keep breathing. Never stop breathing. And I did mix these up a little bit. Did I say it was my second set? It's my second set. All right, moving right along with the bicycle crunches. Now, of course, it's 25 on each side, so I'm going to take a couple of breaks here and there, letting you all know I got that many more, however many more to go, right? I got some more to go. But I stopped there. I'm going to do a few leg raises, and I'm going to go back into the bicycle crunches. But what I was saying is because it's 25, you're going to be doing a total of like 50, 25 on each side for those bicycle crunches. Hang in there with me. Hang in there. And that's a strategy that I use once I do the first set. If I feel it and I need to switch it up and the fatigue happens and I feel my muscles getting really tight, really engaged, I'll switch it to the next exercise and then I'll go back to where I was, doing my best to keep count. Sometimes I go a little bit over, sometimes I'm a little under, but I'm usually doing more than one set, so it balances out. Okay, gonna get right back into those bicycle crunches to finish them up, working on our obliques. And listen, you know, we had a whole core challenge. So if you want to add Russian twists in, if you want to add V-ups, yes, I still do V-ups. Whatever it is you want to add in, add it in. Add it in. We're on this journey together, but hey, personalize it. You're building power. You're adding to your inventory. So anything that you add on this journey of building power, use it. These are tools and you've earned them. So use them. All right, a few more. Telling y'all and telling myself. Back into those leg raises to finish those up. And again, switch it up as much as you need to. Just try to keep your count. And if you haven't, subscribe. Join the team. We're winning over here. We welcome all winners. We welcome all winners. And on that note, thank you to all the new subscribers. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your time. I definitely, I can't stress it enough. I value your time. And, just taking that moment to subscribe. And even if you don't, if you're doing these exercises and you're seeing some changes, awesome. Awesome. All right. So glute bridges, like I said, we're doing 30 of those. Try to hold a second or two at the top longer as you get used to the form, the move. making sure that when you come up, you're really squeezing with your glutes. You'll feel it, trust me. You'll know if your legs are in the wrong position because you'll feel the work more in your quads, or otherwise, if your legs are at a 90-degree angle, you will feel it in your glutes. And I'm just holding there for a second. And I use the 20-pound weight. But of course, you don't have to use any weights at all. Form is most important. Tired, y'all. But we're going to keep pushing. All right, so we're moving on into our donkey kicks. And what do we have? Donkey kicks, rainbow kicks, and the hamstring curls coming up. Get your water if you need to. Pause if you need to. Otherwise, let's keep going. 25 on each side. And go at your pace. I've gotten into a particular rhythm just due to repetition. And for me, if I'm going at a certain rhythm, I feel that burn earlier on. And when I feel it, I like to work through it, until fatigue. But again, this is a journey, not a race. It's not a race. We all have different fitness levels. What's most important is that we are working. We've started. Don't try to keep up with anyone. It's always you versus you. Remember that. Be a better version of yourself tomorrow than today. Moving on into those rainbow kicks. Make sure you take that leg fully up and around in the shape of a rainbow. Something that I did when I first started doing these, I would put a dumbbell kind of right beside my foot, but I would put it out a little bit to make sure that my legs were going up high enough. If the dumbbell, if I kicked it over, that means, I wasn't raising my legs up enough to really feel the burn in my glutes, to really target that rounding. And again, 25 on each side. And you're going to do this all the way until the end of October. You have one more rest day according to the schedule. But if you need more rest, you take more rest. Okay? No judgment here. No judgment. And so if you notice, my head is usually down, and that's to make sure, I'm doing my part to avoid strain on my neck. Might look up every now and then, but for the most part, I try to keep my head down. Don't do that when you do push-ups, though. When you do push-ups, try to keep your head level with your spine. Did I say subscribe? Yeah, subscribe. The heart is just making me speak from the heart. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be well. So if you feel it, subscribe. Or again, hey, just do the work. All right, hamstring curls. After this, we're going to get into that 1 minute plank, a full 1 minute plank. And the last video, because I did speed it up a little bit for time and length of the video, it looked like my plank wasn't as long as it was, but I promise you all it was 45 seconds. But of course, I tend to work ahead because I record, so I'm at a point now I can hold a plank for 6 minutes. Took a couple of years to get to that point, seriously, but I can do 6 minutes now. I know some people who can go 10 minutes. I can't yet. I won't say I never can. Or I never will be able to, rather. All right, finish strong. And yes, we are finishing strong, but we are also calming it down toward the end. We are into the 60-second plank. Now, while you're planking, make sure that your core is fully engaged. You are sucking the stomach in. using your glutes, your hamstrings, your toes, your elbows, your forearms, your back. Pretty much when you're planking, your full body is engaged. And during the plank challenge, I talked about the benefits of planking. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. I think I'm going to go back and figure out how to create playlists too for all of the challenges so that you can watch them in order and don't have to go back and forth. I'm going to figure out how to do that. And of course, on these videos, I don't do the stretching routine that I do. I usually stretch for about 10 minutes after I'm done. I do a little bit here, but make sure you stretch. All right, good job on the plank. Just a little bit of stretching. And I have some very, very special scholars, some very special young ladies who I say are my babies. They are my babies. They are our babies. In Mississippi, representing the Ashe Academy that you all hear me speak of so often. Miss Kinsey loves the spider pose. Yes, so does Comfort and Serenity. Love the spider pose. So I did a short talking about the benefits of it. Got to get that hair out of the way. Y'all, let me tell you, one time I grabbed my ponytail and yeah, you could hear me a few streets over. But they love the spider pose, so I want to do this for them, and hopefully they're watching and doing it with me. Try to keep your feet flat on the floor. Do what you can. Try to hold for at least 15 seconds. When you come down, make sure you do so head first, slowly. Never drop down. Come down very, very slowly. So many benefits of the plank and the spider pose. All right, guess what? You're done. You're done. So remember, if you remember nothing else, nothing, absolutely nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels. Until next time.